off the porch, now I'm just cool, just cool. I had to change my mood in life when I woke up.
Nervous.
Welcome back to Bridging the Gap. Keisha James here, and our guests today are James Winn and Matthew. You're gonna have to say your last name.
Korshkin.
That's not too bad. And I've got my girl back here, Cameron Miller, and we're gonna discuss some things on West Side. And I think that Cameron and Matt have some questions. Who wants to go first?
And first of all, thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
For me, because this is a great opportunity for us to kind of interface with you a little bit, learn more about what you do, and hopefully talk about what we do a little bit. And so that's my first question, I guess, is, from your perspective, what are some needs that you think are facing? Maybe we could talk about the needs of the West End a little bit.
Right.
Do you have a lot of knowledge of that, or?
Well, I do know it's not as, it doesn't have the same amount of attention as maybe Salisbury has. Yeah. And so there's not a whole lot down there that the youth have. They don't have a whole lot of things that they can do down there, like youth soccer or just sports or after school programs. When you leave Salisbury from high school or middle school or whatever, and you head back down to the West Side, there's really not a whole lot of options besides the West Side Firehouse. And the West Side Firehouse is great. It's an awesome place. I go there for a lot of community events.
Yes.
And we actually do the West Side Outcasters fishing tournament.
Yes.
And that is an awesome event. And we've been doing it for, 12 years. And I think maybe more things that you guys, the Alliance, is starting to offer more. It sounds like you guys are ramping up, right? And you want to start offering more things.
Yeah, and we want to focus on some other issues too, like the food scarcity.
Right.
So we want to focus, because we're very far removed from a lot of food. There's no public transportation, so a lot of the lower income don't really have a way to get there very easily, or options that are fresh.
I know Cross Point, Pastor Larry Dunlap. He down at Cross Point. He's off Nanticoke Road.
Okay.
You might want to write that down.
I will.
Mm-hmm. He's an awesome advocate for the food pantry.
Okay.
He actually performed my wedding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he little side note, sorry, but he has a food pantry at the Cross Point. At Cross Point, so they might be able to help set you guys up, or maybe you can be a satellite location for them. Like you might be able to correspond with each other, because they have a whole building just for that.
And it'd be great
and
to
it's
learn from them, so we can kind of model on what they do.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So that might be something that could help you out, and because you have to drive by Cross Point to get to the West Side. So it could be something where if you're going to have a food pantry night, you might be able to ferry things down from Cross Point to the West Side so people can go out and get what they need. That's a possibility. Now, I don't want to speak for the church or the pastor or anything like that. I'm not doing that at all. I'm just presenting the idea, and that is something that maybe I could get you the contact information for later if you would like.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, we're willing to explore all the options, just and figure out who we can partner with.
Yep.
And
a big focus of ours this year is going to be finding local organizations and businesses we can partner with.
Have you contacted was it LMB for the county?
so we
The
have
local management board is what that means. Look, have you been in contact with?
not Matt or I, but that doesn't mean we do have a person who does outreach who was doing the food pantry where they had it at the fire department.
Okay.
She
She may
may have.
She may.
We haven't really talked to her about that.
Okay, I have her
This is
information
all
as well.
beginning stages that we're hoping to.
Yeah.
I can help make that connection if that's something.
That'd actually be great. We're going to
100%.
talk to her too, because a lot of these are still in their infancy stages, and she'd be the point person on that probably. So we have to talk to her a little bit, and she probably would be interested in talking to you.
Yeah, no, I'd like to be able to try and connect you guys so you guys can get what you need if you guys would like to work together. So you have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Well, then let me ask you this. Another problem we have, and you kind of hit on it, is there's a really big lack of education where we live, and there's nowhere to work. There's nowhere to work to begin with. They have a hard time because, for example, the high school they all go to is so far away.
Yeah.
And like you said, you come back.
It's
Bennett.
Yeah.
And you come back there, and you're back on that little island where there's no jobs. There's no way, and what can we do with that? Is there something that and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but is there anything that we need to be aware of that because we want to start maybe literacy courses and GED courses and kind of adult employment readiness, like workforce readiness, so that because there's no access to jobs, there's no way for them to.
You're talking about people that are in youth kids looking for work.
It's especially bad with the younger groups.
Yeah.
How
Right
many,
out of high school.
Do you guys know how much youth you have down there?
We're not sure. There's only, we're only talking about several thousand people to begin with. And, there's actually a transition right now where it used to be a large elderly population. It's moving towards a more middle age now, or closer to late 40s. So we're getting more kids in, but a lot of the kids that were there have left now, and we want them to stay and establish, but there's nothing there. So they're the ones that do make it just leave.
That's a challenge.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer for you on that, unfortunately. Okay. It's, could there be a school built down there? The only thing is the schools are super expensive, and, we build one every couple of years. And, that's not my expertise on where that would be built next.
Okay, well, and I was thinking just even if we had, if there's any kind of educational resources.
Yeah, teachers who may be able to come down and utilize the community center. We have a very nice classroom.
After school tutoring.
Yeah, tutoring or the GED class, or
adult literacy.
Or adult literacy.
Do you have parents reaching out for that kind of need?
We actually had some of the individuals reach out indirectly, and we have an open gym night that a lot of young guys come to, and they tell me that they don't understand financial resources. They don't understand how they're supposed to get a job if they don't have an education, and all these questions. So we said to them, would you be interested? And they actually said yes.
So instead of driving to
Salisbury.
Right.
Yeah, having something
local.
Someone come down there and teach a class or something.
Or even basic things some of them don't know how to open up a bank account or how does that work.
They don't think they have access to 401ks. They don't know they can go to a financial advisor. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No.
I was going to say, my church is, I know I talk about church a lot, but my church, Rockawalken, not Cross Point, but I believe that church is talking about doing some sort of Dave Ramsey course.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of introduction on how to save money and how to put away for the future. And so that might be something that you guys could tag along with. And I know it's not in Tyaskin, but it's
close.
It's close.
And we could have them meet it. We could still do this as a group event where they meet at the community center. We all go together or something like that. And we thought about raising money where our trade-off would be, if you pass our GED course, we'll sponsor you to take the test.
Okay.
Basically that way, because that was another limitation to them. They don't want to have to pay how many hundreds of dollars. We don't know what it costs, but these are low-income individuals. So, and if they fail, they have to pay anyway. Yeah. Kind of a thing. So the idea would be that.
Well, this would be a cheap. I don't like to say cheap, but it would be inexpensive.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's with the church organization, and they're trying to help strengthen their congregation or people that need help financially because they just can't handle checkbooks.
Right.
I find that to be the Dave Ramsey course, is that it really focuses on people that don't really understand how to handle finances.
Right.
Credit cards,
very basic,
how to save money. Very basic, like you said, beginning phases of how to make money.
And credit cards especially. These young guys get. I remember going to college on the first day. You could sign up for a Visa card. It's right there, and you don't realize that 30% interest hits fast.
Yes.
Yeah, nobody taught me. I had to learn on my own. So.
We all learned the hard way. Yeah.
We all learned. So luckily I didn't get burned too bad.
Is there any other needs in the West End?
There's always a need.
You already touched on it a little bit, I think in a previous one we were just talking, but there isn't a lot out there for the younger youth to do. And we're trying, and there used to be, I think, when the county had the community center, we had an after school program at that point, and we also had a summer camp for kids during the summer. We don't have that right now, but that's something that...
Is that something maybe you could work with the school system on with after-school programming? Like with the county and the schools working together to sign people up for after-school program? Because they would know all the kids that live in that area.
Right.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
These are all things that we need to explore. and
so we're very-
and collect. We're
very
very
fresh in
we're
this.
very fresh. Our
Okay.
organization, we've been in existence
about 3
officially
years.
for about 3 years.
Yeah. Well, I remember that,
And it's been a lot of hard work getting established and getting our marketing and our socials going and really trying to get buy-in from the community.
Yeah, because I would reckon, excuse me for, interjecting at this point, but when I was growing up, we didn't have the community center. We had the recreation center. So we had activities going, and we had, like, I think I mentioned to you that I took ballet classes. I took them there. You know, I didn't have any, like, professional training, but it was somewhere to go, and it was something that at the age of 3 I fell in love with.
Yeah.
And so maybe you can have those type of activities, have someone come in, maybe teach that they can't really afford it, but if they just have to pay for, like, costumes that someone can make, like my ballet teacher, who was actually my child's godmother, because that's how close we were, just pay them for making the costumes or something like that, something very easy. We didn't have to pay.
Yes.
Or if we did, it was very little.
One thing we'd like to see that would really help us out with this is more volunteers. You don't have to be from our area. You don't have to live in Tyaskin to volunteer at WSNA. You just have to care about the people who live there.
Exactly.
And once we get more of the local volunteers, then I think it'd be, because right now the board is a working board, and we're at every event, setting up, doing the event, cleaning up, and some of our board members are a little more elderly, and some of them don't have the time. Some of us work full time. My wife is a
and
teacher.
again, you don't have to be from the community to volunteer, correct?
Exactly. We don't turn away volunteers.
And especially if you have a skill and there's something like you're saying, like, say there's a dance teacher, or say there's somebody who enjoys working with the youth playing sports, whatever it is, it's like we could use all of the help, and if somebody's willing to give time, that would be very helpful for us, is trying to locate people.
And then you'll be able to open your doors up either during the week or on the weekends.
I think doing things like this is exactly how you can reach new people.
Exactly.
That's what we were hoping. Not just to sit down with you, but also to kind of get a little more
Well, maybe you ought to have a
Yeah.
sit down and, like, with Delmarva Life or something,
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think, was it Lisa Bryant that does that?
Lisa Bryant, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually watch. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm
a fan.
We have Jim
I used to-
Duffy.
Yeah, we have
Jim
Jim
Duffy's coming on the
Duffy.
23rd.
No kidding.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, a lecture series we try to do once a month, have somebody come in, whether it's a local author or something, and again, it's free to the community, donations are always
Just to
welcome.
get the community involved, and I
Right.
mean, because you have this beautiful community center.
Yep.
There's lots you can do with
We
it.
don't want to just improve lives. We also want to enrich them.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a place that the community feels comfortable all coming to.
Right.
And one of the things we also need is we want to start doing, like, a town hall in the coming year, and we want the community members to come and to share, like,
And our
what
councilman at
kinds.
large.
Yeah, I would love to come to that
Yeah.
event. Yeah.
And just, like, share, like, these are things that we want and want to see, and then at the same time asking for volunteers and saying, hey, that's great that you want that, maybe you could help, even if it's only a couple hours a
One
week.
thing I know about the West Side is if you hold a town hall, you will have participation.
Yeah.
We had, when it came to the beach at, what is the beach, is it Cove Road
Okay.
Beach?
Yeah.
Whenever that kind of fiasco kind of happened with the riprap that they put around the rocks.
Yes.
Man, I tell you what, we got a lot of,
Vocal.
bet.
we got a lot of people show up for that town hall, so you got a lot of good feedback. Not all of it was nice, but
I don't think people realize, like, you
okay.
can reach out to us. We want to hear
Yeah.
your feedback. We
Yeah,
want to serve the
exactly.
community, and we
And-
can't do that if you don't tell us how.
Right.
And also, they had we had a town hall there for the park that was gonna
The
for
state park.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
and a lot of people showed up
Yeah,
for
that was
that.
a big
and
deal.
There's a lot of good feedback,
Yeah.
and that's something that we probably should do. I wouldn't mind being a part of that, so I can help me understand what more the needs are down in Bivout and Tyaskin, because I do know a lot of people down there, but I don't live down there. I live
Right.
in Hebron.
Yeah.
So, like, I drive from Salisbury to Hebron, and I go down to Tyaskin when I go camping,
Yeah.
or fishing,
Yeah.
or going to the West Side dinner for an event at the firehouse. And,
Yeah.
but people live down there 24/7.
Right.
And right here, you
Right.
are right here. So,
Absolutely.
and you have needs and wants, and I need to know what they are.
Right.
Yeah. No.
And like,
we.
so let me ask you a question then, because it's another question on here. What do you see as the role of a community center what do you think should be the role of a community center in our community?
Well, it sounds like you guys are trying to hit that nail on the head right now. You want to open a food pantry.
Right.
You want to provide needs for the youth to
Yeah.
have sporting events,
Yeah.
and you want to just be the centerpiece of the community.
Well, let me ask you this though, because the community center is a county park.
Right now it
it's
is,
on
yeah.
right now it's on their website, but we don't have any way. There's no county sports that come down our way, so the kids all have to travel at least to Bardella Springs or farther to do any kind of organized sports. Is there a way that you know of? And I don't mean to put you on the spot with this.
Well, I'm not the one that has the
Okay,
answer
that's what I
to
was
that,
wondering.
but I can make a suggestion. If you ask, you will get an answer. If you don't ask, you won't get an answer. And you're asking. That's good.
I'm
But
just not sure it's the right person.
Right.
but
Right.
I can help kind of steer that into the
Into
right
the right
person,
direction,
So
right.
I do know a few people that work for the county.
Okay, because
Okay.
we do have
Right.
a county park there with
Right.
fields and courts. and-
Exactly, and
Yeah.
you just
And no
need
one
to be
uses it.
tied in with the right people, and
Okay.
it might not be something the county wants to handle.
Right.
I
Right.
can't speak for the whole county as a
Right.
Of
whole.
course.
But I can certainly say that you don't know until you ask. So
Right.
this is a good step in the right direction, and you guys are kind of growing into that community center role that was missing. And it seemed like we used to have that back when I was a kid. We used to have that there, but now it's kind of it's growing back. So it died off, and now it's coming back, and you guys are trying to do your best. And it's really kind of inspiring to see people so invested in this. And you just think that is kind of volunteerism has kind of died off, but it's just kind of dispersed into different areas, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, I don't tell people, but we had a really personal experience when we've only been here for 3 years, and the community was absolutely amazing to us. We had an emergency, so like my wife and I give back because we need to. I couldn't believe the amount of generosity and love that is in the West Side. They all take care of each other. You don't even have to be from there.
Yep.
And so like that's what we want to foster and build in WSNA, is that sense that people don't realize down there how great it is to live down there.
Well, right, and like you mentioned, there's not a lot down on the West Side, and so we want a place for people to go and have
Right.
fun, and so we're trying to have a variety of things. Like right now, we do bingo,
Which is, by the way,
Which is
tomorrow
awesome.
night.
which is tomorrow night.
Tomorrow
So
night.
if you want to come,
Is it Friday? What's
yeah,
this?
tomorrow's Friday. Yes, and
Now,
doors are at
I'm
6.
only one person. I'm married.
I understand.
So, I've got-
Bring the whole family.
Bring the whole
Well,
family.
another under 18.
Well,
that's
this
right.
has been
That's right.
great,
That's right.
guys.
It's
But I
gambling.
think this
We-
is a good note
we
to
only got
end
to, like,
on the
2
segment.
questions.
I
One and a half,
know,
yeah.
but we have another
so many
segment to
things.
go to. So I
boy.
thank you guys, and we'll be back with Bridging the Gap.
All right, thank you.